Hello, my name is Joe, and welcome to another edition of Joe's Super Fantabulous PC Gaming Channel. I would say that this is going to be a short one, but I don't know. Every time I seem to say short, I get distracted, and then it ends up being a long video. So, facepalm. Facepalm for me. So, I'm here in GTA Online again, and again, this is another screen recording test. I'm trying to adjust my settings to try and find the best possible settings. And I just started this session, so I'm going to be annoyed by phone calls. The reason that I keep coming back to GTA for my testing is that there's some quick action in GTA that I'm trying to be good enough to be able to record so that it doesn't like artifact out and look really awful in high-speed action scenes. And my thinking is that if I can get the screen capture recording to be good enough for GTA, especially in the fastest stuff, it should be good enough for everything else, because all the other game titles and other stuff that I do on the screen is much slower by comparison. Here, let's see if we get lucky with the lucky wheel. Not that I need another podium vehicle, but it's always fun. RP again. Okay, well, big deal. When I finally settle on some settings that I like, I'll go ahead and I'll share them with everybody. And if you ever want to do some OBS screen recording, you can use the same settings that I do. You know what? Let's go ahead and put that thing away, because that thing is a little slow. Okay, so we'll return that vehicle to storage. Now my ISP is in a bad mood today, so hopefully it doesn't drop out in the middle of this screen recording test. That is a possibility. Oh, there's a stash house nearby. Might as well grab that while I have the chance. Although, I guess I will have to call my own car. I learned the hard way the last time is that vehicles that are not yours despawn while you're in the stash house, or at least it did for me. It's probably hit or miss. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but it made it more exciting escaping from the stash house when the vehicle I was expecting to be there wasn't when I came out. So here, even though I've gone to the trouble of stealing a car, I'll go ahead and call the mechanic and actually have a car that I own delivered. Alright, let's see. Oh, whoops, wrong button. Yeah, you just got it to wait behind me.
You calling for some wheels? I'm Johnny on the spot. I'll hook you up.
Let's see. How about nightclub, service entrance? Yes, the Rapid GT Classic. You know what? I'm just gonna leave this car here because I'm not that nice of a person. Now that's a getaway car. It's kind of a shame, although I'm glad that it worked out for me. This vehicle is no longer available in the game unless you pay their silly little monthly fee that they want, because they want everything to be a subscription. Yeah, GTA Online is not supposed to be a subscription, and so they locked that vehicle behind that subscription, and I think that's bogus. All right, let's see. Let's get the, whoops, I gotta get the right button here. There we get the shotgun I want. After all, we're gonna go pay some nice people a visit. We should bring only the best for them to enjoy. Knock, knock.
You ain't got nowhere to go. You ain't going nowhere.
Let's ricochet a grenade off the wall. I love seeing all the little red dots disappear.
I'm gonna kill your ass once, I'm gonna kill your ass again, you dig?
And that's that. 2 shots and the place is nice and open. Okay, let's see. 123.45. Where's the safe? There we go. One 23.45. Now, the video capture for this portion comes out just fine. It's the high-speed stuff that I'm always looking at. I'm trying to eliminate as many, like I said, artifacts and bad compression as possible. I want to deliver the best possible video for you to enjoy. Let's see. Oh, and over the wall. Like I said, this is a proper getaway vehicle. Whoa! Oh, but it's not a pretty vehicle anymore. Okay, weed farm resupplied. Don't you just love those GTA physics? Now, as I've been getting ready to, I would say, formally reactivate my various different channels, because I took a break while I was working a couple of jobs. I had to get my second job. Boy, that took a little while to kind of get into the swing of things, and I put in a lot of overtime at that. But now I've kind of got a good rhythm, I think, to where maybe I can fit in a little bit of gaming and technology here and there. And I was debating whether or not I should resurrect my cat avatar, because during the time that I took a break, one of the things that's become a thing is what are called VTubers, virtual, YouTubers, or, well, I mean, some of them broadcast on Twitch or Kick, but and it's usually women, and they usually have avatars with, well, very detailed jiggle physics. Ah, yes. I have to admit, as I sit there and watch the women, streaming, listening to those high, squeaky voices, that is what jiggle physics were created for. I can't knock it. Well, there is one VTuber in particular, Cha-Cha. So shout out to Cha-Cha. And she recently had a video where she actually had some advice for prospective male VTubers. And her advice was basically kind of don't bother. In a nutshell. No, she wasn't being derogatory in any way. She wasn't trying to dissuade anyone from streaming whatever it is that they're into. But her advice actually, I think, was very constructive. Um, Women can go on Twitch or Kick and get an audience right away because, women. And most of the audience there is male. Men, on the other hand, nobody cares what our avatar looks like. I mean, that's sure there's going to be 1 or 2 people who might be into it, and so Chacha's advice was don't start on Twitch. Start on YouTube, build a following, and then you can come over to Twitch with an existing group. Oh, you know what? I should go pick up. I bet you there are other places that have some money. Let's stop by the office. Or, no, not the office. There we go, the bail bonds office. So she was suggesting that people start out on YouTube. Rumble's probably not too bad, but YouTube does have a bigger audience. And then migrate to Twitch or Kick as you build up people who want to see you live stream. Oh, there we go. There's another office I need to check while I'm in the neighborhood. I don't know if there's very much money in here, but we'll clean out what's there just in case. And she was suggesting that, I mean, women have the cheat code, you know, like I said, jiggle physics, sweet voice. They can basically talk about anything and be of interest to male viewers. It's just the way we're programmed. What can I say? I love listening to a sweet melodic female voice for hours and hours on end, talking about nothing in particular. Well, it's kind of like women in real life, you know. And if she has a sweet voice, I can sit there and just, you know, blissfully listen, even if I'm not actually listening. And so, anyways, her advice was that men should find a niche, something that they're good at, passionate at, and make their content about that rather than be all over the place the way that women are. And in our case, we probably don't even need an avatar because really, who cares, right? So, well, I can't disagree with that. Yeah, my niche is technology. I enjoy gaming. I enjoy you know, various different bits of tech and how to make it work for you. And in fact, as I was listening to you know, Chacha's advice, I thought to myself, you know, I have a good niche idea. Um, Windows 10 is now officially, as of this recording, unsupported by Microsoft. I think it's a colossal mistake on Microsoft's part. They want to force everyone into their ecosystem and use all their AI garbage, and basically they treat your computer as their computer, and yeah, I'm sick of it. So that's why I'm still here on Windows 10, only for games. This computer is completely empty, and it doesn't have anything personal on it. It doesn't talk to my email. It doesn't talk to my bank. I just don't trust it to do anything except play video games. So, whoops. Oh, here, let me sell max. There we go.
See you.
So when Microsoft downloads all the data off of here, and I know someone's going to say, well, actually, it says in the EULA that they could do that, and you agree to it. Yeah, yeah, whatever. You know, look, I just want my computer to work. So this computer's job is to play video games, and it's only to play video games that refuse to run on Linux, because there's no reason that GTA couldn't. It's that they choose not to, you know, run their anti-cheat software on Linux. They could develop for that platform if they wanted to. Um, they just choose not to, and I still want to have fun with GTA, which I paid for. So I will. I'll play the games that refuse to play on Linux on this machine that only plays video games, and that's it. Whoops! Oh, I'm missing my turn here. So my thought was is that one niche I could do is I'm sure I'm not the only one who is currently thinking to themselves, man, I am sick of this Windows nonsense. Um, and since I was planning on building a dedicated Linux machine for, you know, well, I have multiple dedicated Linux machines, but they're not for gaming. But I did want to make one specifically for gaming. And I thought of making a video series of soup to nuts. Here's how I do it. And if you want to, you can too.
Sure.
Let me send these guys out on jobs so that they are working for me. Yeah, I wish the income for the bail bonds was a little bit more passive than it is. You got to come by and prod these guys like, get to work. Otherwise, they don't do anything. Now, originally, I was thinking that the gaming PC would run Bazite, because that looked kind of interesting. Although, more and more, I'm kind of leaning towards Zorin. I've used Zorin as, like I said, just as a nice little desktop. If you're curious about my Linux flavor preferences, I use Kubuntu for work and Zorin for, you know, recreational and home stuff. So in one of my previous videos, I happened to mention that I took all my Rokus out. Roku was doing bad things like saying, well, you can't watch Twitch because we don't like it. I'm like, no, you're not telling me what to do. I bought the hardware, you watch what I tell you, otherwise you are fired. And so I pulled all my Rokus out and I replaced them with Intel N100s. They're little tiny little computers that are basically the equivalent of i5s from a few generations ago, which for me is good enough. I mean, they'll run browsers, they'll stream from any service. Well, there is one exception. I'll put that out as a caveat, and that is Peacock. Peacock really hates Linux, but everybody else, I'm able to stream on Linux for no problems. Back in the old days, it used to be a real pain in the rear end just to get things like Netflix or other stuff working because of their DRM stuff. Oh, there we go. There's another dealer right down there. Stop and make a quick little deal. But now things are a lot easier to get going. And I know this is going to sound bad. I actually have to credit Microsoft for that. Okay, so why does Microsoft make it easier to stream things on Linux? Well, because Microsoft loves DRM, right? So they subscribe to all the standards that all these streaming services want. So Peacock, you have no excuse for not supporting Linux. And Microsoft has kind of thrown in the towel. I mean, sure, they are forcing people. Oh, transaction pending. This is probably my internet effing up right now. There we go. Finally went through.
Later.
And so Microsoft, realizing that the winds are changing, has made a version of Microsoft Edge for Linux. Now, why on earth would I want to install Microsoft Edge on Linux? Well, okay. I hate to admit it, but I use Office 365. I know. Boo and hiss. I actually prefer LibreOffice, but I deal with, for work, with other people that are, and other businesses that are all standardized on Microsoft. So I count my blessings that Microsoft has made a version of Edge for Linux, and that version of Edge makes it very easy. I mean, sure, you can do it on Chrome too, but just stick it all on Edge, run Office 365, the web version, so that I can have, Word, Excel. I mean, you give up things like, for example, no macros, but maybe that's a good thing if you've ever dealt with macro viruses. Um, so that I can work on documents and everything. Um, and I don't need Windows, because that was always the biggest thing where, I tell people, it's like, hey, Linux is pretty good. And they're like, I gotta have Microsoft Office. I can't deal with that. Well, now you can use Microsoft Office on Linux. You can use Microsoft Edge on Linux. And because, like I said, Microsoft prefers all the DRM standards, by default, that Edge browser works with every streaming service I can think of, except Peacock, because Peacock bad. Now I can still watch Peacock on a tablet because they'll let you watch it on Android. They have an app,
All right.
but they just will not cooperate with a Linux browser. But as the market share for Linux grows, I'm sure that'll change. Although I have to admit, Peacock, we're at a point where everything's expensive, inflation is bad. People are trying to recover from years of really bad economy. You don't have to give me much of a reason to no longer subscribe to your service. Um, You know, like I said, Microsoft really made a mistake with Windows 10. Saying, okay, we're now going to make it obsolete, and you're going to go to Windows 11. Um, and you might wonder, Joe, why aren't you going to 11? I've stated this in other videos, but in case this is the first one you've ever seen, the short version is Windows 11 offers no features that benefit me. Windows 10 does everything I want it to. Hell, Windows 7 did everything I wanted it to, with one exception. Microsoft went out of their way to make sure that later versions of DirectX were only available for Windows 10. And so that was the only thing that made me want to use Windows 10 was DirectX, because Windows for me is a video gaming operating system. I can do all my work on Linux. Trying to concentrate in driving and not hydroplane here. I have a certain quota of science to take out whenever I drive. You know what? I should be running over more pedestrians. That's probably the unsung hero of Los Santos. Whatever sign department it is that puts back all the street lights and stop signs and other stuff that players run over. By the way, if you've never seen it, if you ever wondered, wow, wouldn't it be cool if there was like GTA the movie? There is. There is a movie called Free Guy, which was when I saw it, I was like, hey, wait a minute, this is GTA. It was actually pretty good, and so if you've never had the opportunity to see that one, it's probably on one of the streaming services. I think I saw it on Netflix. I did not happen to catch it at the theater when it came out, and I kind of wish I did. Um, of course, they couldn't market it as GTA the movie because it's not affiliated with Rockstar, but it hit all the tropes. And it was a lot of fun. Darn it, I'm trying to remember the name of the guy that stars in the movie, and I'm blanking. That's why you see me pausing here. I'm like, what was his name? He's been in everything. He's played Deadpool, been in lots of comedy movies. Oh, that wonderful Green Lantern movie. Yeah, there you go. Um, and he played multiple versions of Deadpool. There was the Deadpool Mark with the mouth that had no mouth. Oh, that was fun. Although I appreciated that in Deadpool 2, there's a little scene about that, and a few other things. Or was that Deadpool 3? Might have been 3. I don't remember. All the Deadpool movies were very, very good. Well, if you have a certain type of humor. If you're easily offended, you shouldn't watch anything. In fact, you probably shouldn't even be on the internet if you are. Speaking of people are easily offended, at the time of this recording, it's going to be a Halloween 2025 very soon, and I was seeing videos from people who were posting how offended they were by people's Halloween decorations, and I'm face-palming. I'm like, you live in America, right? Where people have freedom of expression, and that includes Halloween decorations. If it's not illegal, if they're not advocating for violence or doing something else, there's nothing you can do about it. Oh, there you go. I always wanted a bug van. Never did get one, but who knows? Maybe one of these days. It's not fast. It's definitely not fashionable. But boy, do they look like a lot of fun. Although driving around in this thing, people are going to assume that you have a certain affinity with certain agricultural products. Oh, speaking of which, why don't we give our guy a call here? Let's see where this thing pops up. Okay, no place possibly convenient. Now, I've ridden in bug vans. In fact, knew this one guy. He had a doctorate. I forgot what it was in, and that was his vehicle of choice. Was a bug van. Rode in it quite a few times. I always thought to myself, I was like, can't you afford something better than this? But now that I'm a little bit older and wiser, maybe that was just his aesthetic choice. Maybe he really had fond memories of that bug van. Maybe he made some memories in the bug van. Who knows? The more years go by, the more you start to wonder. You're like, did I make the right choices? I could have had a bug van. Although, here's my free advice of the day. I have had on occasion friends who have told me how they regret various different things. They're not sure if they made the right choices, and I like to tell them that if you look back on your life, there are going to be key moments that in your heart you would never change for any reason. So anything that led up to those key moments becomes vindicated and justified, because if they changed, it would have changed the key moment that is important to you. It kind of helps you not to feel guilty about things anymore when you realize, oh, this whole chain of events where I thought I was miserable actually led to this one good thing. Therefore, I don't ever want to change that. All right, since here, let's see.
Good to see you.
All right, Mutt, or I should say Jesse. Let's go ahead and we'll increase production here. Okay, and now that production is boosted, we need to make some room for new stock. So let's see about selling some of the stuff that we have.
Okay, tune in, cause I'm about to blow your freaking mind with nothing but an idea. Home delivery. We bike up and throw the candy right in front of our customers' houses. Totally under the radar, crazy convenient. If this works, maybe we could start an app or something.
Oh boy, so start up an app, huh? I'd be like Acid Plus. This reminds me of why I don't ride motorcycles anymore. I used to be a bit of a biker. Then one day I was late and it's raining, and took a turn and I thought I was being gentle, but nope, that rear tire went out from under me, and that bike launched me. And as I watched that bike skid away and those steel handlebars twisted around like soda straws, I landed in a bush, thankfully. Didn't get hurt. And I thought to myself, this is ridiculous. I would much rather have something with, doors around me. Because every time I would ride, there are some pretty inconsiderate people that make riding dangerous for bikers. So I always try to give bikers a wide berth, give them a good car length between me whenever we're stopped in traffic. So, and it's funny because they'll look in the rearview mirror and they're like, wow, he's really going to sit that far back? I'm like, yep, I'm going to hold the traffic back from you, man. I got your back. I know what it's like. But no, getting tossed off that bike. Of course, my knee didn't feel so great after being launched, but it was nothing permanent. I didn't feel like I wanted to ride bikes anymore. It could have been worse. And YouTube likes to remind me of that from time to time. I get these videos on my feed of people falling off bikes at high speeds, and sometimes they're not wearing helmets, and you can imagine what the results are. They end up losing teeth, uh, breaking open their skulls, and nope, no more bikes for me. Oh, come on, that didn't go in? There we go. All right, the first one's on the GPS, and then after that I gotta click it myself. First one's free. Just like the product. By the way, kids, the GTA physics here of this thing going at this speed around these turns with this water, totally not real. Don't ever do this. Not in real life, at least. GTA, no problem, But in IRL, nope, don't do it. Speaking of which, doing things in GTA, have you ever thought that what an interesting concept it is? It's like it's a story about an immortal criminal. Well, at least in the case of GTA Online, because there's no permanent death. No matter what happens, you come right back from it. Oh, that's right. I could have just done that for the bike. I'm thinking of the other missions where you place something at the door. Oh, whoops, I'm missing my turn. Oh, come on. There we go. So I'd be curious to hear what you think in the comments. Should I bother with an avatar? I've actually had some people say, Joe, you don't need an avatar. I listen to it to listen to you, droll on and on and on. Now, granted, most of the viewing audience is probably male, but every once in a while I hear about a lovely lady that enjoys the sound of my voice and watches all of my content intently, always interested to hear what I might say next. So, to all of you ladies who might listen to me, I'm thinking about you. See if I hit that from here. No. I'm guessing these guys are not very friendly, so I'd prefer not to go over there. But they also don't aggro from this distance. Apparently I have unlimited product to just toss. There we go, until I get it. Now, to be fair, in addition to ladies, occasionally I've heard from gentlemen who prefer gentlemen who enjoy my voice as well. Like to listen to me. I don't judge. But alas, I hate to break your hearts, but my heart belongs to the ladies, guys. Sorry. You can ship me in fantasy, but it'll only ever be fantasy.
You are looking totes delicious. He's been doing.
Oh, and speaking of people who may see me for the very first time, you never know if this is the first video I've ever seen. You're like, hey, Joe, why do you play with a female avatar? Well, if I'm staring at the backside of a female, well, a character for a long period of time, might as well be a female character. Yeah. In addition to listening to pleasing voices, men also like looking at pleasing shapes, whether they're real or not. I'll give you a good example. This frustrates some women lately. Um, it doesn't matter whether it's a supermodel, whether it's a photo touched up picture of a model. Hell, it could be an AI generated model, or lately it can even be a cat girl. Anime cat girls are always looking sexy. It's funny, they never seem to render an ugly cat girl, but I guess that's part of the appeal. And women are like, how can you be turned on by a cat girl? That's not real. It's like, well, between makeup and implants, a lot of women aren't real now these days either. So, shots fired. Dang it, get in there! Oh my gosh, this character cannot hit anything. Well, I guess I won't be pitching for the Mets anytime soon. Good grief.
I'm DJing on Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god! Crazy!
Got to get in my pedestrian quota there. Now, hopefully these scenes look okay. I keep cranking up the amount of data rate for the recordings so that there's more and more and more information on these things, so that I'm hoping that once they compress on places like X and YouTube and Rumble, that they look better than they did before. Hopefully.
Jesus Christ! I saw. Go fuck yourself.
Oh, by the way, for anyone who's interested, like Joe, what do you think you're going to play when you put this Linux gaming machine together? It's like, well, it's funny that you should ask, um, because I was looking on Metacritic, and the top 10 titles from 2025 all run very, very well on Linux, and I'm guessing that's an indication of things to come. Okay, it's delivered. Okay, we are 8 of 10 deliveries, so we got 2 more. criminal coming through.
Hit me up on Life later. Right on.
Very important criminal business. Granted, this is a lot more exciting in a public session with people shooting at you. I'm in a private session, though, not because I don't mind competition. I actually used to have quite a bit of fun with public sessions and playing against other players. The problem is hackers. Uh, People come in with mod menus in GTA. They make themselves invincible. They teleport across the map, basically, or they blow everybody up simultaneously, with a bunch of cheats and whatnot, and make the game nigh unplayable. Um, yeah. Competition's okay. Cheaters are not. Cheaters just ruin the game for everybody. So that's why I'm in an invite-only session, and if you see people in here with me, they will be friends that I specifically invited. That's just today I'm here by myself because I'm doing testing. Whoops! So I want to get this capture rate up to where I can drive around and it doesn't look terrible. So I'm sitting here looking at the texture of the... Oh, shoot. It's way down there. This thing has gotten me before and I fell for it again. Sometimes the GPS tells you the most ridiculous ways to go. Is this a good way to go? Probably not. I'm gonna do it anyways. There we go. Good grief, I was gonna say, how far do I have to go for this thing to be done? Alright, so that was a nice 625, or 28,000. Oh, the gun van. You know what, I could probably stop by and do a little shopping. Always like the gun van. In LA, they have real ones.
Wow! And you made great time on a bike. You were on the yayo, right?
Let's see, is it inside? Yes, it is.
Hey, some new stuff I think you'll want to see.
Let's see.
Stock, fresh out of the box.
Ooh, the shocker. I don't think I've seen this one before.
Good shit. Spread the word.
So it's like a cattle prod? I'll have to try that out.
When it's gone, it's gone.
I like Maltos.
Only sold by yours truly. Great choice. Great.
All right, I am glad that I ran into that guy.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Let's see. Now for a little pickup. I think I have some money that's accumulated there in my club.
That movie was such an epic fail.
GTA Online did not have, well, at least not initially, a lot of solo content. Because Rockstar, I guess, was convinced that, well, surely everybody has a ton of friends. Yeah, that's why I've been stuck at the second heist mission, because it requires 4 people to work cooperatively. I've never been able to get into a group of 4 people. I mean, well, I take that back. I almost did, and then of course that was the day my ISP decided to have an outage. And so we were just starting with the heist and the ISP went down and everybody was mad and I haven't gotten back together with that group since. I was like, guys, it's not my fault, man. My ISP sucks. All ISPs suck. I've been through every ISP in town at one time or another, going trying to find less suckage. And oh wait a minute, I already been to that guy. Yeah. Yeah, I have to set that meth lab back up. It got raided by the police, and I just have not gotten around to fixing it, which is why I can't sell meth to the dealers.
You ain't worth. Because you're 29 years old and
Where them
jacking off
bitches
to
at?
porn every night. That's why.
Oh, having a little problem, huh? Well, here, let's see. Let's empty the safe. It's got some money. These safes have a finite capacity, and so once they reach their capacity, the money overflows and is quote-unquote lost. So you have to go by and empty them out from time to time. Okay, let's help the VIP get home.
How did you get my number? Are you a
Hey,
cop?
are you looking after this passed out guy? Well, from what I've been told, this isn't so much a taxi service as an ambulance ride, okay? Get him to the hospital.
Dude, for real? That's fucked up.
Okay, go to the medical center. But I can't spook the VIP as I go, so my favorite thing is to basically feather the gas so that you'll see that little meter in the lower right hand corner, VIP spooked. When it gets to the top, the VIP runs away and the mission fails. So you can't go too fast, can't hit things, can't shoot at people. It's hard to hold back my bloodlust, but in order to get the VIP there, I'll do that. And then the prestige of the club will go up, because everyone will know that we are a full-service club.
How we doing out there? Our guys still have a pulse? Because if not, this just became a very different kind of favor you're doing for me. I mean, I'm grateful either way, just hoping we can keep things simple.
Well, there are plenty of cemeteries in Los Santos. I'm sure there's always room for one more. All right, perfect delivery.
Yes.
I could always use a little walking around money. Now, I don't have to care. Let's see, who else has got something for me? You know what? Against my better judgment, maybe I'll go ahead and set that meth lab back up. Let's see how long it takes. Let's see. Where would it be? CEO vehicles. There we go. That's called the Buzzard. I love the Buzzard. Okay, I gotta watch out for these lampposts as I take off. So my lab is up here by Sandy Shores, and so that's where I'm headed to. And we'll see about restarting the lab once I get there. Hopefully I don't yuck it up. I'm trying to remember whether this was one that was easier with another person. Of course, I don't know when the next time is that I'll be in a session with somebody else. So I'll go ahead and do it myself. Oh, let me guess. I have to activate the motorcycle club in order to do this, probably. Which I hate, because then invariably all the motorcycle club stuff falls under attack the moment I activate it. Alright. Let's see. What's it gonna take? Yeah, we got cleaned out by the cops. Alright, what's it gonna take to set up?
Okay, so you've had a look at the place. It's primed and ready. Just get these supplies and we'll start production.
Okay. Well, let's call the car. That's a nice night. Yeah, it's a shame they took this car out of the game for anything except like I said, their little monthly subscribers. This is probably one of the nicest cars that was available, at least in my opinion. I think it's based on the Cobra GT 500, and oh, it's just all eye candy, and it's fun to drive. It also handles really, really well compared to a lot of other GTA vehicles that slip and slide all over the place. Now, of course, this won't be easy. I'm sure there will be some opposition to getting this thing back to my facility, and that's where it might have been better if I had someone with me, but I don't. So let's see if I can do it solo without getting beat up too much. Criminal coming through. I have right away. Sorry guys, I'm in the zone here. Trying to focus on the GPS and driving at the same time. So I don't miss the turn. Oh crud. Is it up there in the parking lot? It is, isn't it? Or no, it's right here. That truck? Oh no, I gotta drive this thing? I was hoping it was gonna be like a little van or something. Oh, this isn't gonna outrun anything. I better be ready for lots of fun now. I can only imagine. Yeah, let's see how fast this thing goes. Not very fast, I'm guessing. And I'm sure someone will show up in order to cause problems. It's usually the way it works. Or, well, actually, who knows? Maybe I'm lucky, and the only opposition would have been other players, of which there are none. Because I'm not stealing this stuff, I bought it. Get out of the way! Don't just sit there! I know he's dead, but I'm just taking out frustration here. Yep, now visible to all players in the session, if there were any. Okay, well, maybe this won't be such a bad drive after all. I was actually putting this on because I was thinking, I was like, I try to remember. It'd been so long since I set up the lab, I couldn't remember what it puts you through. Of course, I know it's random. Uh, but guess I landed on opposition from other players, and that's good. I love how in GTA, nobody knows how to use their gas pedal. Basically put in the key and the car just moves forward by itself. At least that's the way it seems most of the time. Yep, get out of the way. Got stuff to do. I was really glad when they added the street dealers to GTA Online, because, like I said, the problem with not having a lot of friends to game with, or in my case also, is one of the issues is my time availability is very unpredictable. So even if I had a lot of friends that I could game with, I never know when I'm going to have time to be online between, working two jobs, going to school full time. So I couldn't reliably get a crew together in order to sell things. So that means that the bulk of my motorcycle club businesses go unsold because I just don't have time for it. Because they give you so many vehicles to deliver for, you know, full load, and then on top of that, you know, you have like so little time to do it that I end up losing a lot of it.
Delivery received. They've got what they need to start production. Long John Teabag saying bye-bye.
Okay, I'm curious to see whether or not they really claim me out. Okay, so the upgrades all remain in place. That's what I was wondering, because I mean, since the police completely cleaned me out, I guess you don't lose your upgrades, which is good. I would have been a little miffed if that were the case. And now, disband, because otherwise I'm going to find my business is under attack. Almost certainly. Let's call the car. Oh, Bill Bonds has some money in the safe. I should go clean that out. Before I do, here, let me visit the magic car lot. You never know. At least that's what I like to call it. If you weren't aware of it, there's a car lot out here, and occasionally it has these really expensive trucks. Well, expensive in terms of what you would sell to a chop shop, because normally your earnings from selling a stolen vehicle would top out around 9,500, but you can get stuff that's like 18,000 from this lot sometimes. Oh, not this time. I'm not going to mess with it. And there are tricks to trying to get stuff to spawn there. You know what? Here, let's just go ahead and register as CEO and call the buzzard. Oh, whoops. Well, actually, you know what? Why not? Why not? Now that I think about it, I've got cash to burn. I'll just call the luxury helicopter. Let someone else do the flying.
I'm gonna need you to move out of my landing zone. Settle in and relax. We'll get you there safely. Enjoy the complimentary champagne in the back. Where would you like to fly?
All right, time to go. Oh, those are just quick travel options. I know that there's a way to do this. Oh well, could have a drink while I'm back here. Oh, there it is.
Okay, I'll have you there in no time.
I was trying to remember which button it was, and I was thinking it was up arrow, but it's left shift.
Where'd you make your money? Was it the drugs or the guns? I'm not no narc.
Yeah, it probably shouldn't answer that question. It came from a magical happy place. Or, you know what? You know what? I won it playing blackjack in Vegas. Wink, wink.
You know, I don't even mind being paid with your ill-gotten gains. Just don't tell my mummy.
Okay, let's see. While we're flying here, I can check and see what's new. See what's on sale. You know, I still haven't got one of these. Let's see, what do I have for the
More
trade
beautiful
price?
up here.
Have to do a raid. Uh, Good luck with that. Like I said, no friends. Yeah, I'll probably have to pay full price for these things.
I love an argument with gravity, don't you? We're up here above the idiots. Well, almost.
You know, I saw that F1 movie with Brad Pitt. It turned out to be very good. I was never really into Formula One racing, but after seeing the film, it
I
made
bet
me
you wanted to
curious,
see out the LS traffic.
and now I find myself watching Formula One races. Although the movie's premise was ridiculous, but they have the guys like fouling everybody and doing all kinds of bad stuff, and then being allowed to continue to compete,
I'd buy
which
one of these
is
guys into a
absurd. But
hurricane.
I always like to see if anything's on sale. Although at this point I probably have just about everything. Okay, looks like we are just about here.
I got you here in one piece. I'm told you're base jumping. Get out here and pull your chute.
All right, well, here we go.
They say base jumping's the new golf.
Uh-oh. No! Darn it, my I didn't have my game remote turned on. Whoops. And it took a second to connect, and I was like, wait, deploy, deploy. So much for that. Oh well. Fortunately, like I said, I'm an immortal criminal. Okay, and these two yutzes are back. Let's send them back to work.
Sure.
And let's clean out the safe. Let's see. Ah, there we go. Just trying to remember where the safe was. Oh, I recently started up this business, and so I'm not that familiar with it. GTA is fun, where you can make a deposit through your phone to your bank account. All right, let's go ahead and deposit all the money. Deposit $500,000 in cash through my cell phone because GTA. And I love how the bank doesn't ask where any of that money came from. Well, you know what? Why don't we go with something easy?
This one? She's got 3 counts of robbery. Troubled member of a local biker gang. You know anything about biker gangs? Well, this ain't the cute cookout kind, more the run over your dog and shoot out your kneecaps kind.
Hmm. Sounds like fun.
Okay. Riley Rose, 3 counts of robbery with aggravated assault. You should see what she did to these clerks. She bosses around a bunch of leather-clad men and not in a fun way, in a, criminal way.
You're insane.
Oh. Okay, yeah. Well, I knew what she looked like, but oh, but let's see. Oh, there's nothing else. It's just the image attachment. Okay, so let's see where she's at. Let me guess. She's a Tequila Sunrise. Okay, bail bonds coming through. Got to get in our quota. Yeah, the nice thing is that while you're doing these missions, stars are turned off. So you can do anything you want. There is no escape. Well, this van sure is heavy. Of course, I did put some armor on it, which I'm probably going to need. Whoops. Oh! The one post that you can't knock down. You can knock down lampposts, but not power lines. I always loved how some things in GTA are destructible, oh, and some are not.
See if you can find a way inside, then grab our target and watch your back.
Oh boy. They're gonna know I'm coming. They got cameras, and I'm guessing there's nothing I can do about the cameras. Oh, that's the camera. I was sitting there, I was like, where's the camera? I was expecting it to be up higher. Yeah, I guess there's nothing I can do about cameras. Actually, here, let's see. If I can't... I wonder if I can use a sticky bomb on the camera. I mean, it's worth a try. I don't know if it's actually destructible or not. But, experimentation. Let's see, is it an indestructible camera? Apparently it is. Sticky bomb didn't do anything. Okay, well, that's just the way it is, afraid. So I have to go right underneath this thing. Yeah, there never seems to be a way to sneak into these places. Just to make sure.
Let's do it, bitch!
Alright, just looking around here. I don't know where my target is. I don't want to be shot in the back.
You fucking cocksucker! Fight back now! These bullets got your fucking name on it. Hey, you're a fucking loser. Hit you? Let's go! Ass liquor!
Alright, so the target must be in the back.
You ain't got nowhere to go! Motherfucker!
How do I open this?
You fucking idiot!
Destroying the power box will open the shutter door. Okay.
See if you can dodge this, asshole!
Well, yeah. Oh, I have my choice of power box. Disable the jukebox.
You're a fucking ass.
Okay, so I don't know which power box opens it.
Eat fucking lead! Don't just stand there like a dick!
Okay, that was the one. Oh, what does this one go to, I wonder? Oh, great, I triggered the alarm. Ah, I'm an idiot. Oh, what the heck? Oh, I didn't see them coming behind me. Okay, well, so this is a good example of how not to do this mission. Don't just shoot all the boxes just because you can. I had no idea they would come in behind me. Where am I being hit from? Where? Guy's quick. Just die. Well, that's why we went to the gun van earlier.
You fuckhead.
Okay, it takes forever to consume snacks unless you are hiding. So, say for example, I'll go up here and what the? Come on! Sometimes these controls are not great. Look, against the wall. She won't do it.
Come on, pussy! You okay, brother? Take cover!
Oh, you know what? That's right. I bought that new shock baton. I could try it out here.
You're a fucking loose nut. Motherfucker! I'm reloading. You ain't so fucking tough.
All right, that should take care of that guy. Let's put on some more body armor.
You're a fucking ass. You ain't going nowhere.
Good grief! I'm sitting there shooting the guy at point blank range. That's baloney. Okay, GTA. That's on you. I'm sitting there shooting the guy repeatedly with a 12 gauge at point blank range, and it's not registering the hits. That's crap. It's my fault for setting out the alarm, but honestly.
You're fucked now!
Now, with these bounties, you get more money if they come in alive rather than dead. So that's why I'm trying to be ginger with this person. Okay, and the only one left is the bounty. So why don't we try out our new toy? Good grief, I have too many toys. There we go. Oh yeah, time for fun. That worked out nicely. I like that better than the taser because you gotta like charge it up, shoot them, hope that it hits. This thing, you just whack them and they are down.
Do you know who I am?
Did you get her? Hell yeah! Then bring her back here. I'll start the paperwork.
Yep, there's gonna be a little opposition. Oh, and I'm going the wrong way, but that's all right. If I don't know where I'm going, the AI is going to have trouble figuring it out too. Armored van has right away. Well, like I said, no stars. So a little bit of random violence. Just because I can.
Danger.
It's very stress relieving. All right, target delivered. Into the clink.
Go fuck yourself. Shut up.
Well, that was a bit of a pain.
Clubhouse. I heard the stank in those places can be really something. All that sweaty leather. Ugh. See you later.
All right, that's probably good enough for today's test. Join me next time here on Joe Superfan this PC Gaming channel, where I'll muse about random things and we'll have fun doing silly stuff. And hopefully, fingers crossed, if this particular video capture test looks good, then capturing for all other titles and environments should look good as well. See you next time.